Mic test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live mission webcast for the launch of Crew 5, the fifth installation of the Crew Dragon spacecraft to the Nova space station. USFA SFS built this space station starting in March of last year, and the space station is nearly complete. It is habitable, and there is crew on it right now, along with the Crew 4 crew. And this will be the fifth installment of the crew on the Nova space station. And we are sitting at around T-minus 9 minutes and 47 seconds for today's launch. And as you can see up here at the top is the updated Crew Dragon capsule with the actual functional nose cone opening that will open and close. It'll open after we are in the vacuum of space to dock, and it will close after docking for re-entry. It also does have two live Draco engines that will be used if there is, or will be used if there is a need to use them for a launch abort if something goes wrong on the way up. So we're hoping that does not happen today. As you can see, the white room is still extended to the Falcon 9's Crew Dragon capsule, but it will close here shortly. And as you can see, we also do have an updated trunk that looks more realistic with a smoother look on it as well. So we're going to zoom back out here. And as you can see, at the bottom down here is Falcon 9's B1007, or Booster 1007. This is the 7th production Falcon 9 booster that has ever flown on this channel. And this will be its 5th mission that will be flown today. The last mission it was flown on was LGCR-6 that was launched 6 days ago. It did avoid the launch pad, or sorry, the landing pad on re-entry due to debris on the landing pad. But we did actually recover this booster once more. And as you can see, the refurbishment has gone through well. Most of that soot has been erased by the liquid oxygen cooling that has formed ice around the booster, but a lot of that will be lost when re-entry happens again, and most of that soot is revealed. And unlike previous launch, we will be attempting to land booster B1007 on the drone ship positioned east from the launch zone. That is nicknamed Just Read the Instructions, or JRTI for short. White room retraction. White room retraction has been confirmed. Alright, the crew is now on their own inside the Crew Dragon capsule sitting on top of this Falcon 9 rocket. With the white room being retracted, we are ready for launch. And as you can see here, we have the staging prepared for this launch, for this booster. And all these docking ports right here have to do with the Crew Dragon capsule. It is actually very complicated to operate, but with just enough practice and enough preparation, I can operate it nominally on this stream. And someone on Twitter has been leaking our pad developments, and which isn't a bad thing. They've been leaking our pad developments on the new Ares next gen family rocket, and yes, that is the first stage of the next Ares rocket, which will be nicknamed Ares D2 or Ares Development 2 as of right now. So yes, that is the first stage of the Ares Development 2 rocket. We do not have a launch date for we will not disclose a launch date for the Ares 4 Development 2 rocket until the near future. But we are planning to get this development done sometime in the round of May to get this rocket launched. There is a planned static fire date that I've just got noticed that I can mention on this live stream webcast. There is a static fire date for the Ares D2 first stage, and that will be February the 10th, 2022, at approximately 10 p.m. And the Ares D2 and okay, I'm getting okay. I'm allowed to disclose this information, but only limited information. The Ares D2 does feature 5 Sabertooth 2.0 engines, at the bottom of the rocket, which lets you know how much more fuel this thing can hold due to its upgraded payload capacity, which will not be disclosed yet. But yes, it will be featuring 5 Sabertooth 2.0 engines at the bottom. First stage fuel and LOX loading complete. RP1 and liquid oxygen fueling complete for the first stage. We just got notice. First stage fuel and LOX loading has been completed. And as usual, we will have the T-minus 2 minute go-no-go poll, which will happen at self-explanatory, T-minus 2 minutes until launch, that will state if we are go for launch. And as of right now, the weather is 90% favorable for launch, with no concern. The only concern is a small amount of cloud coverage over the recovery zone. And as you can notice, if I zoom out here, the launch pad is undeveloped right now. This is due to a world change that I had to do for the SFS 1.5.5 update that corrupted my old world, which was the Spider Room Earth overhaul. So I did transport that world, or the previous world, into a new world that's back to the default SFS world. But as of right now, the Spider Room world is no longer working as of right now on SFS 1.5.5, which is unfortunate because it was one of the best Earth overhaul packs out there. So hopefully he'll make a new one that can get us some more usability on the new SFS updates. Second stage, RP1 and liquid oxygen fueling complete. T-minus 2 minutes, official go-no-go poll. Falcon 9.
Go.
Launchpad.
Go.
Crew Dragon.
Go. Go. Go.
Alright, range.
Go.
Recovery zone.
Go.
Launch directory.
Launch directory states green. You are go for launch.
And we have just got confirmation that we are go for launch. Falcon 9 is continuing with the launch countdown at T-minus 1 minute and 25 seconds until launch. At T-minus 1 minute, Falcon 9 will enter startup, where the internal flight computers take over control of the Falcon 9 rocket in preparation for liftoff at T-minus 0. T-minus 1 minute, Falcon 9 is entered startup. T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 30. T-minus 15, stand by for terminal count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Whoops. Ignition. And liftoff. We have a liftoff of Falcon 9, Block 5, B1007 carrying the Crew 5 capsule to the Nova space station. And as you can see down there, it looks like our transporter erector has officially worked. Falcon 9 is pitching downrange. Falcon 9 is beginning to pitch downrange, and we are beginning to throttle down in preparation for maximum dynamic pressure, the maximum aerodynamic load that will be applied on the spacecraft during descent. This is where the engines are most efficient and putting the most force on the spacecraft, as is the air pushing back on it, which increases the pressure on the spacecraft and increases the risk of damage happening to the booster and the payload, which in this case is Crew Dragon, which is why we have to slow down for ascent. Falcon 9 is completed throttling down for maximum dynamic pressure. Maximum Q, throttle up. And all 9 Merlin M1D engines are back at operating force. They have been throttled up. Back engine chill. Stage separation confirmed. And beautiful views of that stage separation there. And as you can see here, the second stage is continuing on down its path. Falcon 9's first stage will have to perform a course correction burn due to a error in computing the landing zone correctly. This happens every now and then, so Falcon 9's first stage will will perform a teeny tiny boost back burn. And Falcon 9's second stage is continuing nominally down the orbital trajectory. We stand at T plus 3 minutes and 35 seconds into launch. And SECO, second engine cutoff, has commenced. We're now switching back to the first stage booster for its small boost back burn that is happening shortly. Falcon 9's course correction burn has initiated, and Falcon 9's course correction burn has shut down. And Falcon 9 is continuing to stay reoriented for the re-entry. Falcon 9's first stage is beginning its re-entry burn, where 3 of the 9 Merlin M1D engines relight to slow us down for the thicker part of the atmosphere, so re-entry damage does not happen to the spacecraft, because that would be very bad. Re-entry burn shut down. And our re-entry burn looks like it has shut down. Falcon 9's first stage landing burn. Ignition. Landing leg deployment has been confirmed on Falcon 9's B1007 booster. Touchdown has been confirmed. Falcon 9's B1007 booster has flown a 5th mission. Alright, and we will now be switching back to the second stage for the coast phase. Well, not really a coast phase. We'll have Crew Dragon separation coming up shortly. Alright, and coming up shortly we will have Crew Dragon separation, so stand by for that. Alright, we're at T plus 9 minutes and 41 seconds, and at exactly T plus 10 minutes, we will have Crew Dragon separation. Crew Dragon separation has been confirmed. Nose cone deployment. Give me a minute here. This is a tedious process. It's going the opposite way that I want it to go. Here we go. Let's get an outline of that docking port. Might make this a little bit easier. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm going to flip the Crew Dragon spacecraft really quick. Okay. Now let's get this back up here. Sorry about this. I have separated the Crew Dragon about 2 minutes ago and still have not got the nose cone successfully separated, or the nose hatch successfully separated from the Crew Dragon spacecraft. This is a tedious process, however, and people that do have a functional nose or functional cone hatch will tell you that this is very frustrating to deal with. Oops. Okay. It's different when you're on the ground and have no gravity turned on, which is what I've been practicing on. It's a lot different in the vacuum space. You have a lot less room for error. Because if you mess... Oh, there we go. We have finally got the nose hatch successfully attached to the Crew Dragon spacecraft. So right there she is. That's going to be our thumbnail for our YouTube VOD. Anyways, thank you for joining. It's been a lovely live stream, and we have had the successful liftoff, landing, and deployment of Crew Dragon and the first stage booster. So thank you for joining. Our nose hatch is opened, and we will join you tomorrow around the same time for the docking on the Nova space station. We will see you next launch.